more comfortable, as I'm sure everybody does. We had spring. We're able to have our player ran practices in the summer. And then now being able to do it for the third time, I feel a lot more comfortable seeing the same things again. And I think a lot of things are coming together well.
How do you think this offense is progressing at the moment?
I feel like we're on an upward trend. We're constantly getting better every day. Obviously, football comes with ebbs and flows, but I think we're getting better every day. We look better than we did in the spring, and I'm seeing guys get better each day. New guys are making plays every day, and I think that's a positive thing to see.
What about for you, the offense progressing in your own sense of understanding and grasping now that you're in the fall season? How have you felt that progress over the last few months now?
I think the main thing is making things second nature. I think a lot of things are becoming second nature now. Our checks and our things that we get to post snap is, I think, the biggest thing. Learning the play calls, being able to call the play calls off the top of my head are some of the main things that I see a lot of development in, and more side the mental side than necessarily the physical.
What's being asked when you go pre-snap too, and what that is happening for you, and how much is being asked from you there when you're evaluating what you're seeing in front of you?
They ask us to do a lot. I mean, you have to do a lot of different things. I don't want to go too much in depth, but see safeties, protections, different things like that. They put a good amount on our plate, and we have to execute.
How different does fall camp feel at Fresno State as opposed to your fall camp last year at Maryland?
I would say maybe a little bit cooler here as far as the weather. It's still hot, but not with no humidity, so I'm enjoying that piece. Other than that, I think putting down playing football, I think you can't really compare the two. Get to put down playing football again. I think that's a blessed opportunity that you always have.
And how do you feel like you'll make the gap in experience that exists between you and the other quarterbacks shrink? Because other quarterbacks in the conference have starts at their schools. You have yet to start at this school, so how are you going to shrink that inexperience gap?
I mean, obviously your preparation. Obviously playing you can't replace playing experience, but you can do what you need to do through film work and your preparation to play. I think that playing experience is playing experience, but at the end of the day, I feel like I know the player that I am, and I feel like I'm just as good as any of those other guys who have played.
And on that note, I heard Josiah mentioned on Saturday that you and Jaden are going to the film room religiously, like staying late, coming in early. Can you tell me more about getting prepared for this season that you have coming in?
Yes, so obviously you want to know your system, so you want to see what's happening in your system, where maybe we can improve, talk to receivers about maybe a release or a route. And then as far as just watching the film, you want to build good habits. You're going into the season, you don't want to just jump right back into watching film. Just like anything else, you have to build a tolerance, I would call it, to where just being able to sit down, watch the film, and actually pay attention to the film and not just have tape rolling. So I think just building the good habits is one of the main things that you have to do, as well as you want to see what happened in practice that day.
We got to see video of your deep ball to Harold a few days ago. Any highlights from today or elsewhere in camp you can share with us?
I mean, guys are making plays every day, every period. Defense is making plays, offense is making plays. So, I mean, it'd be hard to pinpoint one, but a lot of plays are being made.
How was today different in full pads?
Me as a quarterback, not really. I don't get hit. But, we had Midnight Alley, got to see some guys hit and run and tackle. So that was fun to see and exciting, brought some juice to practice.
How is fall, your comfortability compared to the spring, maybe being a leader and being more vocal with the guys that you're familiar with now?
Just being around the guys. I mean, obviously as you get be around people, get to know them, they get to know you, you become more and more comfortable. I think it helps being able to hold each other accountable because I know you, you know me, I know how you respond to what, and you know how I respond to what may be said. So I know how to come towards you, and I think that's one of the main things is just being able to hold each other accountable, but also the brotherhood. I felt the brotherhood then, I feel it even a deeper brotherhood now. So I think that's some of the biggest things as far as from spring to now as well.
Coach mentioned ebbs and flows in practice. You mentioned a little slow start for the offense today. How do you guys battle through that, and what do you learn about yourselves when you get through those ebbs and flows?
That's part of football. I think from the time I've played football to now, that just comes with the game. So I think one of the biggest things you can do is remove your emotion from it. You have to be able to stay cool, calm, and collected. Those ebbs and flows are inevitable. You're never going to always be clicking, and at some point, most likely happens during the season too. And it's about how you bounce back from that. You can't just dwell on what has happened. You have to get to the next play, and I think that's the biggest thing, removing motion and get to the next play. Rethink your mistake, flush it, get to the next play.
How do you stay cool, calm, and collected? How do you stay cool, calm, and collected when things go awry in a play or in a game?
I think part of it is just like my personality. I try to stay calm, and I feel like I'm a relatively calm individual. So I feel like it's very easy for me to stay calm. And I feel like another thing is the guys around you. A lot of times as a quarterback, they're looking at you. So if your emotions rise as well. So I think the biggest thing is, not being selfish. We talk about being selfless and helping the guys around you. That's one of the biggest things. If you are calm, energy translates and you'll see calmness from everybody else.